Winging it as we go.
You rolling?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, this is Maureen O'Boyle from Extra, and we're here with Justine Priestley, who we've invited to come backstage to see the show. Join us. This is like a promo like coming up, or...
Yeah.
Hello, Metro Cafe. Come on in.
All right.
This is bugging me.
Well, that doesn't look natural. There. It's
That?
gonna... I mean, I can't...
What if you kind of pull it?
Yeah. You sit on it. Thank you.
Can you believe this is an Armani jacket and all these strings hanging off of it? It's like...
Wow.
I don't know what the story is with that. Okie dokie.
Okay, Justine.
So, Maureen, have you been with Extra since the very beginning?
Actually, I came here a year into its run. I came here a year into it.
And you're a correspondent, right?
And the weekend anchor of the Weekend Extra.
So what's the craziest story you've covered that you just had the most fun?
Oh, wow. I think being on the set of the GoldenEye, of the new 007 movie, that was wild because we were there for probably 18-hour days and we had about 3 minutes to speak to Pierce Brosnan. And so we waited and waited, and then he'd walk away and we'd say, oh, it didn't get him. And so we literally sat in a outdoor, only covered by this little metal roof set, and it was freezing and it was cold and it was England, and that was kind of brutal.
And English food, you're eating like blood pudding. And
Yeah, actually we were just drinking coffee and hot tea, and that's about all we had for about 18 hours.
So now you're making a pretty big move. You're going to New York for your own daytime talk show.
Yeah, leaving the West Coast, we're going to be doing a show that's going to be a news-based talk show instead of relationship-oriented, which are more entertaining and the people are very animated. People are still going to be animated, but we're really going to focus on issues that are the underlying stories behind the big news events. If there's a big news story, and it's relating to children and their safety, we'll take that news story and then use that as our jumping off point to get into the discussion of the issue of, do we keep our children safe enough, and things like that.
How do you feel about making this move? I mean, Extra seems like a pretty steady, solid gig, but the daytime thing is scary. So many people get canceled. There's so much competition. How do you deal with that?
Well, I wouldn't get into this if I wasn't as confident about the production company that's backing me up, which is Warner Brothers, and the kind of show that we're going to do. I think if we were going to try to do reinvent Ricky Lake or something like that, then I wouldn't be too confident, because that's really not the kind of show I want to do. My background is really in news. So I know it's going to be a good show, and I know there's a real need out there. There's a void for women who want to walk away from an hour of television having learned something. I mean, it's fun to be entertained, but I think if we're going to spend an hour or two in front of the TV, part of that should be useful time.
So are you aiming it specifically towards women?
Yes, most daytime shows are really geared towards women, unless you're on ESPN or something like that. But so we're gearing it towards women between 25 and 54. But we're going to have topics that men will be interested in as well.
Wow, it sounds like fun.
It should be fun.
So you're moving out to New York, you're taking family?
I still have a house in New York. When I moved to California, it was sort of on a whim. I never really was willing to give up my life in New York, so I kept my house there. I have a little weekend place up in the country in upstate New York. So my heart has always sort of been torn between the two places, and I spent Christmas back there and have spent vacations back there. So I never was willing to completely dive into being an LA, California girl, because it just... the earthquake thing, all that kind of scares me. So yeah, so I'm happy to go home. You know, it's really home to me now.
Cool. And you were mentioning your Armani jacket with the threads coming off it.
Can you believe this?
I want to ask about the wardrobes. Do you pick your own stuff? Can you wear different designers and get different credits on each show? How does the whole thing work?
Well, actually, we have a really incredible staff. Jackie Arthur and Vicki Trilling, our wardrobe stylist and assistant, they're incredible. They go out to the stores and they dig through everything that's new, sometimes old, and they put the outfits together for us. We also, if you're in the mood for something that's your own, we can bring it in from home. We don't get to keep all of the clothes, but most of it's purchased. Unlike New York, where you have so many stylists there, 7th Avenue, you just go down, borrow them, have them cleaned, and return them. In LA, most of the time you have to purchase them. So I don't get to keep all of them. Some of them I hope to buy back from Extra when I leave. Can I have this, please? A going away present? Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck.
See the show.
calculated that was on the show. They had Diva behind.
There isn't a talent.
There's Jennifer Holliday, the diva. God damn. Thanks.
Ben, do you know where we're starting?
Not yet. You guys know where you want to start?
Charlene, are you okay?
What's that?
Nothing.
You're the one who unplugged my monitors, man.
At least there's just one hair sticking out.
Ben, please, walk with caution. You okay here, buddy?
Just wanted to get on Metro Cafe.
You all right, buddy? This is just...
Watch out, Ben, because Chucky's
Safe-
good for dropping things.
I know, exactly.
Safety first, Ben.
Safety first is right.
Cop the good old
Chuck.
feel. How'd that
I
feel?
couldn't pass that up.
Yeah, he's coming.
As I rub my nose and hump on some gum.
Hi.
There we go. Just lift in there.
Looks like we're going to start with the C block, kids.
What are we doing?
C block.
C-block.
Yo. What's up? Yeah.
Ideally, I want to
So, man.
Ben.
Down to about 5. I can see right now.
Here's that.
Right.
Okay, Charlene, what do you want?
Oh, honey, it's not hurting me. I tell you. It doesn't even
Kill.
Where are we? Are we still with C?
Hopefully. They don't know yet. You want to grab that two-shot? Are you ready for it? There you go. Tough to use them on both bodies.
I did, but I was way too selfish.
Davey D, can you give a mic check, please?
Yes,
sir?
I
Mic
can.
check from,
Of course, Pamela Lee is normally seen in a swimsuit, and so are the contestants in the Miss USA pageant. But this year, the beauties are losing their
How's that
bikinis.
going? Email's good?
Mo, baby, can you give a mic check?
Yes, this is Maureen.
Maureen,
How are
Maureen.
you? Can you hear me in there?
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Wait, what? Pete did that?
Nice big hunk of flesh.
Oh, I'm so
My
busy.
shin.
Bye.
It never, I mean, it's literally like, this is all natural. It's like a dark spot.
To the crowds outside her father's mansion, in moods from playful to defiant.
You sure?
She's coy one moment, bold the next. Sounds like any kid in so many ways. But none is scrutinized like this child and her younger brother Justin. The moods come against the backdrop of a mother who is dead.
You guys have the CTs as well? C5, do you have it? There's no CTs. Chuck, what are you doing to me?
What?
I see that. Thanks,
About
guys.
an hour.
Asked me if the CTs is in, so I asked him if there's a CTs. There's no CTs.
I was just thinking.
There never is. All right, tapes rolling. VO off the top. In 7. 5 to VO. Never mind. Thanks for playing. Going again.
Get some lovely
In
parties.
7. 5. Never mind. 2 strikes. VO in 5. 3 to VO.
Pamela Lee's glowing, but she's certainly not showing. The Baywatch blonde, who's 3 months pregnant, was out on the town with her hubby, Tommy Lee, last night. In her gray slip dress, this glamour gal still looks great. It just ain't fair. All right, well, of course, Pamela is normally seen in a swimsuit.
That's right, she is. And so are the contestants in the Miss USA pageant. However, this year, the beauties are losing their bikinis.
Indeed, she does.
Dave, you'll
In
tag
fact,
and you guys
all
will be on
4
the
weeks. It does. Miss New Jersey is fabulously fat-free. On Friday night, 300 million viewers will see these curvaceous women on stage in next to nothing. But this 45-year tradition is no sleazy peak show. Miss Montana says you won't see those skimpy two-piece numbers in the contest.
This year we're wearing one pieces and I think it looks really formal and sophisticated.
and some critics call the suits sexist. Last November, another pageant, Miss America, was under pressure to drop the bathing suit competition. The decision is to 79% of viewers in favor of bathing suits on stage.
20 left. Coming to one.
These Miss USA hopefuls say they're not judged on sex appeal. It's all about fitness.
Because I think it shows how...
There is no talent contest. Miss USA is found based solely on 3 categories and 3 alone: bathing suit, evening gown, and a personal interview.
Cut.
Stay tuned.
So what is this? This is not Hooters versus Playboy.
No, this is Miss America. Miss USA. One of those.
It's my thought.
But actually, there is no talent contest. Miss USA is crowned based on 3 categories: bathing suit, evening gown, and a personal interview.
Stay tuned.
Can I say something different?
That's the C block.
I think so.
Like, go for it. Okay.
I got it first.
Just imagine.
I'll let you guys know where we're going as soon as I know.
Look at him, how cute he is.
Oh my God, it's adorable.
Oh, look at him.
And make the dream come true. He says hi.
That Mickey, I've been talking all day.
Oh, this.
Everyone have a good show, oh.
Thank you, Uncle Chunky.
Now, only on Extra. The scar the nanny will wear the rest of her life. Fran Drescher is burned, and now she wants someone to pay. Allie Baldwin, angry, outraged, and desperate. Worried about his wife, Kim Basinger, and their new baby, the superstar reveals one of his greatest fears. Look at Pamela Lee, the mommy-to-be dresses to kill for a night on the town with her hubby. Magic Johnson's comeback. The return of the basketball legend is watched by another athlete with HIV.
I think it's going to be a tremendous inspiration.
Exclusive Greg Louganis, the Olympic gold medalist, puts on the full court press for Magic.
I hope it looks good.
The Miss USA contestants, they're having fun in their bikinis, but will they wear them on stage?
Okay,
Cindy
kids.
Crawford gets the hook.
You mean you don't know?
12.
Playboy playmates get ripped off.
Stand by.
And Ellen gets
In
psyched.
7.
Describe this.
5.
Tuesday, January 30th,
3.
Extra's going to extremes.
Hi, everybody. Welcome once again to Extra. I'm Dave Nemeth.
And I'm Arthel Neville.
Janet Jackson is oh, man, I'm sorry.
No problem, Dave.
Yeah.
30th, and Extra's going to extremes.
Hi, everybody. Welcome once again to Extra. I'm Dave Nemeth.
And I'm Arthel Neville.
Janet Jackson is sick of the tabloid press. She's sticking up for her brother Michael, and she's chosen a familiar face to voice her concerns.
Sylvester Stallone and John Bon Jovi are good sports. These 2 stars heard London calling for a good cause.
Plus, Chris Farley's throwing a political party. We'll show you why the comic may not survive the campaign trail.
Beauty. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3.
But first, the big spill that Fran Drescher says left her permanently scarred. Now television's nanny wants TV Guide to pay for the pain. Here's our Dana Adams.
This was Fran Drescher just 2 days after the photo shoot that she did yesterday. Drescher claimed she was requested to hold a cup containing what turned out to be boiling hot water. The water in the cup spilled, causing injuries that included permanent scarring of her hand. Personal injury attorney Charles Mazursky told me the issue boils down to how hot is hot enough.
Why they needed to use boiling water in the first place.
Okay, it's
I think everybody knows
Can they
boiling
change
water
prompter?
can be dangerous.
Oh, they did.
And
Okay.
so what was the reason for having that effect? And could they have done it in a reasonably safe fashion?
To find out, we took preheated water from the Extra coffee maker and compared it with water microwave to a boiling point. Both are steaming, but the preheated water is 165 degrees and won't hurt you. The microwave water is 190 degrees and can cause third-degree burns. At recent events like the Golden Globes, the Fire and Ice Ball, and Comic Relief, some reporters have noted discoloration on Drescher's left hand. In her lawsuit, she claims damages exceeding $250,000 and medical expenses. TV Guide issued a strong response saying, quote, "We are not at fault. We've done nothing wrong. We will vigorously defend this lawsuit." While some may say Drescher's claim is frivolous, is meant to teach
Stand by.
I think a case like this will convince
In
them
five.
that in the future and perhaps save an injury to the next person.
Attorney Charles Mazursky says cases like Fran's rarely go to trial. They're usually settled out of court.
Beautiful. Tape's rolling. In 7, 5, 3.
Really great to have him back, too. Now, here's a scary thought. Chris Farley and David Spade getting political. The Roadrunner has their story for today's Celebrity Traffic Report.
Stand by. Tape's rolling. In 8. Looking at Art. In 4.
It will be great to have him back. Now, here's a scary thought. Chris Farley and David Spade are getting political. The Roadrunner has their story for today's Celebrity Traffic Report.
Janet says she's seen it all.
Okay, stand by. In 7, 5.
It matured me a great deal at a very young age.
In the interview, Janet also discusses her plans for marriage, children, and her rumored feud with Whitney Houston. It airs Wednesday night at 9 on BET. David Arthel.
Ed Gordon is at it again.
He really is.
Thanks a lot, Maureen. Well, there will be magic on the court for the LA Lakers tonight. Earvin Magic Johnson retired from the NBA because he has HIV. One fan will be watching his return very closely. Libby Weaver joins us with that. Libby?
Now, the home crowd here at the Great Western Forum will be going wild tonight, but no one will be
exhibiting many faces to crowds outside her father's home, and moved from playful to defense come against the backdrop of a mother who's dead and a father who was tried and acquitted of killing her.
She's showing the fact that she's human. She's a 10-year-old.
Child psychiatrist Dr. Joseph Harasti viewed Sydney's Sunday antics for Extra.
We saw a child who's very lonely, who's trying to reach out, and who's fascinated by all this going on, but at the same time annoyed.
Bring back to take 3, then crush out.
Harasti says it was a similar face that we saw 2 weeks ago, when her dad helped an ambitious and purposeful Sydney set up a lemonade stand to cash in on the tourists outside the Rockingham estate.
She can pull it together, say, as she did during the lemonade sale, but she can't always pull it together, and this candid camera shot really showed her true colors.
Sydney showed her sentiments several times this past Sunday when she reached around the Rockingham gate. Sociologist Dr. Earl Hutchinson says Sydney is showing her pain to the world.
So it's more than just pain. In one sense, it's even more than just confusion. It's also a sense of where do I belong in this world?
But on Sunday, with scores of strangers from the public as well as the media trying to engage this 10-year-old in conversation, her father was nowhere to be seen.
You're wondering who's watching this shot, who's taking care of her.
So we just watched the taping of the show. You guys were so excellent. Tell me, do you practice for hours those lines in your dressing room, or?
Hours.
Yeah, hours. Yeah, like right before we read it. Okay, what are we going to say? This is what we're going to say.
No,
really?
Well, they change up to the last minute. Things are rewritten in the story. Sometimes the order changes, so we pretty much sometimes look up and it's not what we expect. So it's kind of fun to roll with the punches, but that's what we have to do a lot.
And we don't really like to practice because, you know, basically what I do is I glance right before I'm about to go on camera. I glance at what I'm going to say because I want my delivery to be fresh. So if you just practice and practice and practice, then it doesn't come across. The only time you might practice if you have a name that's going to be really tough to pronounce. Otherwise, just let it fly.
Mm-hmm. So just lots of experience, so you get to the point that you can just read a sentence once and then just knock it off.
A lot of times, I know we both do this because we watch each other work because we play off of each other, so it helps to do that, but we'll actually insert words or change things around as we're reading it, and what goes by on the teleprompter is not necessarily what comes out.
What we're saying, exactly.
And I think the chemistry between you guys is really a big part of the show. Are you ever sick of each other, get a little irritable?
No,
never crosswords.
We call each other at home.
Yeah.
We talk at
Me too. That is pathetic,
we talk
isn't
at
it?
home. What did I get you for your birthday? I bought her a toaster oven. She gave me a blender. I mean, we're just like two old married folks.
I know. It's like I'll call him. Well, are you watching? Did you see the? It's funny, or it's so cute when I call his children are so well behaved. And Dad, it's Miss Neville. It's Mrs. Lassick.
Yeah, since she got married, they don't know what to call her.
Wow. So I heard there's a cute little story about the audition. Tell me a little about the audition process and what happened.
Oh, well, when we first, about a year before Extra even was conceived, Arthel and I were both sent to New York by our agents to audition for a similar show, a young, fresh, hip, entertainment-based magazine show. 5 women and 5 men from around the country were sent there, and we happened to be paired up together.
Right.
We didn't know each other, but we did really well. I mean, the chemistry was there right off the bat.
Right. And we didn't get the gig.
That's right. We thought we had it, you know.
We knew we were good together. We knew we clicked right off. And Dave always said, we really belong together. And it was really funny. The lady,
the producer of that particular show,
didn't hire
thought
us.
we were too something.
So how'd you get this job then? Did you audition again, or did they just pick you and then you showed up for the first day of work and went, hey?
No, same process. Basically, Warner Brothers scanned the country. They looked at about 1,000 tapes from news anchors and reporters from around the country, and then they narrowed it down to about 9 of us, and 9 of us had to come in to actually read for the producers in the studio, and that was very, very nerve-wracking because let me tell you, I could see them right out of the corner. In fact, I finally say, excuse me, could we stop for a second? Could you guys move on the side a little bit because I can see you. I mean, it's about 10 of them over there, and
All
they're
in
just
their,
like,
$1,200 suits
yes,
standing
and
across
they're
the back
staring
wall
at you, and I'm going,
on every word.
God, yes.
But about the third day or the third time, I actually came in 4 times for 4 separate auditions from Detroit. And after that first audition in New York for the other show, we went our separate ways, didn't think we'd ever see each other again. And the third audition for me, they said, okay, now we're going to pair you up with somebody, head on into the studio and get mic'd up and sit down. And I walked into the studio, and there she is again, sitting there right then. I said, baby, this is it. It's fate. We're supposed to work together. And here we are.
It's great. Do you guys get to keep these fabulous clothes? And do they pay a lot of attention to coordinate you guys together?
Absolutely. Our wardrobe is no mistake. I mean, his ties normally match what I'm wearing.
Kind of similar.
Yeah. Oh, no, absolutely. I mean, they pay attention to every little detail. I mean, I know for a fact that my makeup artist changes my makeup according to what I'm wearing. My hairstylist will do different styles. And the same, very similar, though, because you can't do too many changes, but she'll do minor adjustments to go with the outfit. Like if I have something that's classic or, a little fun, and so she'll change the hairstyle accordingly.
So someone picks everything out for you? Do you guys ever just get something and just veto? Not wearing it?
Occasionally, sure, but we have some really top-notch people in our wardrobe department as well as our makeup and hair departments, and they do a real good job. They know us now. At first, a couple of years ago, it was like, well, gee, maybe they'll want to wear this, maybe they won't, but they've learned our tastes, our styles, what we're comfortable with, so we pretty much can trust them. But if there's something that's just,
if there's something we're
horrible,
not comfortable with,
sure, we can say no.
Yeah, it's never horrible. Just you know how it is. Some days you might come in and they may have picked out a pink jacket for me to wear on Wednesday, and for whatever reason, this is rare. But I'm a female, and sometimes I may come in and I'm like, I don't feel like wearing pink today. I might be feeling, well, I won't say PMS, but anyway, and I might want to wear something dark. It's like, oh, I feel fat today. Put me something,
Right.
You know that story. So, but otherwise, no, they're really good, and it's really convenient to have to be able to come into work and have everything laid out for you.
Yeah. Well, you guys, thank you so much. We really enjoyed being here today. We've had so much fun.
We had a blast. You guys come back anytime.
Yeah.
So invite us to Canada.
Yeah, can we come up and be there
Go
on
skiing.
your show?
We'll do a little
Physically there?
skiing on the weekend up to Whistler.
Absolutely.
And sightseeing, and you show us around.
Count us in. I see a remote trip coming up. I really
think
do.
so.
Definitely.
Cool. Thanks.
You bet.
Where did Steve abscond with my change? Is he around or something?
I wanted to accommodate him. I was able to at 9. So, hi, sweetheart. They're pretty good. Our website.
Is that
Oh, you're.
No, I don't.
Hey, Art, I know I cut that one close.
What, the, oh
Sorry
yeah.
to look out.
Okay.
All right, we need you to, we're gonna fix that double box now for the refeed.
Fix the double box.
Remember that with the double box we
Oh,
did earlier?
Magic Johnson?
Yeah. What did we do earlier?
But then are we going to fix the
In the
tees?
living.
You need me anymore, Ben?
Are we gonna
fix
need
the
Dave on
tees?
camera? He doesn't think so. Okay. Thank you, Dave.
You want to do something, Justine, like...
Yeah, I'll say Justine Priestley is here, and I'm Maureen O'Boyle. How's that?
All right.
Okay.
Justine, when she's done that, as a fade out, kind of you want to turn to Maureen and say, God, you've got the greatest wardrobe. Who does that? Or what a great jacket, or something
Sure.
like that.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. I know. I'll just say, oh, I like those pants. I'll say that.
Excellent.
Okay.
When you say I'm here with Justine Priestley, say we've invited Justine Priestley and the crew of Metro. I am between the two shows.
Okay.
All right, folks, we are rolling.
Hi, I'm Maureen O'Boyle from Extra, here with Justine Priestley, and we've invited her and the crew of Metro Cafe to come behind the scenes. I like those pants.
Thank you.
Cool
Nice
sweater,
jacket.
too. I like it.
This was great.
Okay, and we are rolling.
Hi, I'm Maureen O'Boyle from Extra, here with Justine Priestley. We've invited her and the crew of Metro Cafe to come take a peek behind the scenes. Cool pants.
Thank you.
And I like that sweater, too. Where'd you get that?